from the state assembly polls in the state of Kerala, and the Congress is facing flack from their political rivals over their so-called tacit understanding with Jamaat-e-Islami's political wing, the Welfare Party of India. Now, why has this stirred a controversy once again? A Jamaat-e-Islami secretary has now pitched for an Islamic Republic, and this has led the left and the BJP to question Congress's links with the organization. Taking to social media, Jamaat-e-Islami secretary Sheikh Karakunnu put out a post on Facebook with the headline, "Would true believers reject Islamic Republic?" He further urges that the Islamic Republic be made a subject of study, and he says that no believer who loves the Prophet can reject it. Citing this social media post, the left has come down heavily on the Congress and has demanded the party to break its silence and clarify their stand on the matter.
മാത്രമേ അതിനെ അല്ലാതെ കാര്യം പറയുന്നുള്ളൂ. ഈ ലോകത്തുള്ള മുഴുവൻ മനുഷ്യർക്കും അറിയാം, ജമാഅത്തെ ഇസ്ലാമി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ബൗദ്ധീദിന്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ട് ഏറ്റവും ശ്രദ്ധേയമായ രീതിയിൽ ഇസ്ലാമിക ലോകം വേണമെന്നാണ്. ഇസ്ലാമിക രാഷ്ട്രം മാത്രമല്ല, ഇസ്ലാമിക ലോകം വേണം എന്ന് പറയുന്നവരാണ്. ആ പറയുന്നവരുടെ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട വക്താവ് ഇന്ന് ഒന്നുകൂടി വ്യക്തമാക്കിയിരിക്കുന്നു. ഞങ്ങൾ ആ മുദ്രാവാക്യം തന്നെയാണ് മുന്നോട്ടേക്ക് വെക്കുന്നത് എന്ന്. ഇനി വി ഡി സതീശനോടാണ് ചോദിക്കേണ്ടത്. വി ഡി സതീശൻ പറയട്ടെ എന്താണെന്ന്.
Now, the BJP was also quick to pounce on the Congress party and has demanded Rahul Gandhi to break his silence and clarify whether he really believes in the constitution or is it all just a farce. BJP has accused the Congress of compromising with radicals for votes and also legitimizing ideas that threaten India's social fabric. The party is also accusing the Congress of supporting anti-national elements, keeping their vote bank in mind, and isn't serious about the constitutional values they so often preach.
They talk about Samvidhan, but they only have vote bank ki dukaan in their mind. And today, a Jamaat-e-Islami leader in Kerala openly called for Islamic Republic in India. That means he's putting Sharia above Samvidhan. But instead of calling out Jamaat-e-Islami, the Congress, which has an alliance, a tacit, overt, covert, all kinds of alliance for the Muslim vote bank with Jamaat-e-Islami, is defending and trying to cover up the statement. This shows that even Congress party, it talks about Samvidhan, but it has vote bank ki dukaan in their mind.
As far as the Congress party is concerned, they have had an understanding with the WPI in Kerala for the last few elections. WPI happens to be the political wing of the Jamaat-e-Islami. Let's tell you all about the history that the two parties share. The Congress Jamaat tango, who supported whom during which election. Let's first talk about the Neelambur polls, where Jamaat supported the Congress party. Jamaat linked WPI gave its support to the UDF. Let's talk about Kozhikode corporation elections, where there was a tacit understanding that was reached with the WPI. Not just that, as far as the Koduvally municipal polls are concerned, there's no direct Congress WPI contest on any of the seats. Vadakara municipality polls, no UDF candidate to take on WPI candidates. And that's the reason why the left and BJP are now asking Rahul Gandhi to break his silence on the issue. In fact, even Congress's INDI bloc allies have condemned the call for an Islamic Republic. But will the Congress distance themselves from this statement?
देखिए, समाजवादी पार्टी को किसी के इस तरह के किसी बयान पे कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करनी है. देश में बाबा साहब का संविधान है और ये देश संविधान से चलेगा. जो लोग किसी भी धर्म की बात करते हैं कि ये देश किसी धर्म से चलना चाहिए या किसी धर्म के नाम पे होना चाहिए, समाजवादी पार्टी समझती है वो बाबा साहब की विचारधारा से अलग बात हो जाती है. समाजवादी पार्टी बाबा साहब के विचारों पे चलने वाली पार्टी है, लोहिया जी के विचारों पे चलने वाली पार्टी है और समाजवादी पार्टी एक ही बात जानती है कि ये देश संविधान से चलना चाहिए.
And amid the mounting criticism, Congress says that they will consider snapping ties with the Jamaat and their political wing, but only if more such statements are made. For the moment, the understanding between the two parties is likely to remain intact.
If their leadership is repeating the same stand, we will take our decision. No doubt, we won't allow anybody, the majority community as well as the minority community who is doing these type of statements, we will oppose them. No compromise with the communalism. No compromise. We will never dilute our secular positioning.
Now, what's also interesting is how Rahul Gandhi is expected to skip a visit to Ayodhya. The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Defence is expected to visit Ayodhya tomorrow. and Rahul Gandhi is part of this panel. However, we are learning that he is likely to skip this visit. Congress says he has every right to do so, and this is not an official visit. But the BJP has cited this to once again question Rahul Gandhi's secular credentials. Let's open this up and go across to our guests. We're joined by Radhika Kheda, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and we have political analyst Syed Asad Abbas. And both of you will get 60 seconds for your opening remarks. I want to begin with you, Syed Abbas. BJP says this is hypocrisy. The left also now questioning Rahul Gandhi's silence over their ties with Jamaat. Why isn't Rahul Gandhi condemning this? Why is Mr. B.D. Satheesan saying, let them make more statements, then we'll make a call? Your time starts now. Mr. Abbas, go ahead.
Swati ji, the Indian National Congress Party has been sacrosanct with its secular stand, which is the constitution above all else. We need to understand that we are the world's largest democracy for a reason, which is Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, the architect of the constitution, which remains as the holy grail of democracy for the Congress Party. The Congress Party shall not be held responsible or liable for any of its allies or their statement. Let us also understand, Swati ji, that the same Bharatiya Janata Party which is raising pointers and questions over the Congress Party previously partnered with who? DMK. The same DMK or several of decades, they have always targeted the Sanatan culture, including DMK's ideological head, Karunanidhi and Periyar. Not just that, they also partnered with who? Mehbooba Mufti, who they now say is an anti-national or a terror sympathizer. The fact is, when BJP kare to pyar, Congress kare to war, ye kaisa atyachar.
Okay, kaisa atyachar? Your time is over. I want to take a rebuttal from Radhika Kheda on that. BJP has no right to preach as far as alliances are concerned. Radhika Kheda, your time starts now.
Jai Shri Ram. The Congress party goes into panic mode, Swati, the moment the words Hindu Rashtra are even mentioned. Press conferences are called, editorials are written, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra will come out and tweet. There will be statements from Mallikarjun Kharge Sahab. His son Priyank Kharge, who is a minister, will say that Hum Sanatan ko khatam kar denge, nash kar denge. Lectures on the constitution are delivered with dramatic outrage. But today, when Jamaat-e-Islami, an organization which is openly speaking of Islamic Republic, it is becoming the same Congress leadership has suddenly developed a stoic silence. There's absolute silence. जिसे कहते हैं ना हिंदी में मुंह में दही जम गई है. There is no condemnation, there is no distancing, there is no constitutional sermons. Now they will not talk about Baba Saheb's constitution. They will not talk about ये देश secular है, ये देश. Remember राहुल गांधी ने जोर जोर से चिल्ला के बोला था ये देश संविधान से चलता है, अब संविधान से नहीं चलेगा, because the point of the matter is that it is all about Rahul Gandhi's vote bank. Why has Priyanka Gandhi not spoken a word about it? She is a MP from Kerala. Why
All right, Radhika Kheda, your time is up. Your time is up. I will now open this up for both of you. Syed Asad Abbas, do give a counter. Why is Rahul Gandhi silent? Why is Priyanka Gandhi silent? You know, it's very interesting that this is all based on convenience. Digvijay Singh slams Asduddin Owaisi and says that Asduddin Owaisi is doing Muslims ki rajniti, but you don't mind taking his support when it comes to Telangana. Similarly, in this case, V.D. Satheesan is now waiting for more such comments to be made before the Congress party takes a decision. But you're secular, right? So why not take a stand? Snap ties?
Swati ji, since the time of be it the Bharati Jodo Yatra or the Nyay Yatra and so on and so forth, Shri Rahul Gandhi ji has always been of one stand, and that is united. Constitution is one such holy Bible of the democracy. He's always held in his hand, stored it in the largest temple of democracy, which is the parliament, and everywhere else. This person does not need any gyan, lectures or sermons.
You know, all I'm hearing are big words. Big words about constitution, about morals and principles and constitutional values. The simple question I'm asking is, why isn't Rahul Gandhi breaking his silence and condemning these statements, saying, no, we do not want to ally or take support of any such party that talks about Islamic Republic.
I'll make a statement which is very important here. Shri Rahul Gandhi ji can absolutely be held responsible for any of the Congress members or Karyakartas who make such statements or any of their actions. But allies, you cannot hold him responsible, because if allies are to be held responsible, then Modi ji should answer on Mehbooba Mufti. Modi ji should answer on his alliance with
You don't mind asking a question, though, to the BJP on their allies, but you yourself you won't take questions on Jamaat-e-Islami's call. And if there is a problem, if you are averse to such politics, then why do you want to take support? It's a simple question that has not been answered. Radhika Kheda, no, but you do ask questions to BJP about their choice of allies. Allow Radhika to come in. Yes, Radhika, go ahead.
Swati, Rahul Gandhi, who comments on every global conflict, Priyanka Vadra, who goes on to even comment on Palestine and carries a bag for Palestine, issue statements on every social issue. They are both conveniently silent. Why? I will repeat again, because calling out Jamaat-e-Islami would mean upsetting a carefully cultivated vote bank. And this is exactly why the country no longer takes Congress's lectures seriously. You cannot scream danger to democracy over imagined Hindu Rashtra threats and then look the other way when an Islamic republic narrative is normalized. This is not secularism, this is political dishonesty. And the Bharatiya Janata Party's position is very straightforward and unapologetic. India's constitution is supreme, no religion gets veto power over the republic, and no theocratic ideology, like we are seeing right now, they're calling for an Islamic republic, will be allowed to undermine the constitution.
But then Radhika, the counter to that would be there are a lot of people who talk about Hindu Rashtra. Has the BJP ever taken a strong position on that?
Have we ever said that we're going to make a Hindu Rashtra? But the matter of the fact is that yes, there is a majority of Hindu votes and it's very majority of Hindus living in the country. But yet our Prime Minister has from day one talked about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, which is why whether you're a Hindu or a Muslim, you get benefits of the PM Awas Yojana. Whether you're a Hindu or a Muslim, आपके घर में नल का मिलता है. Whether you're a Hindu or a Muslim, you get bijli in your house, which is not there for so many years. If you're a Hindu or a Muslim, you still get the ration. Whether you're a Hindu or a Muslim, you get benefits of Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Yojana and everything. That is why, which is what our constitution talks about and which is what is the dream of Prime Minister.
Okay, we believe in Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, says Radhika Kheda. Said Asad Abbas, if this is not convenience, politics of convenience, then what is? When Revant Reddy says Congress is equal to Muslims, Muslims is equal to Congress, and there's a problem in going to Ram Mandir, but not a problem in radical alliances. If this is not politics of convenience, then what is?
So, Aditi, I've always believed that, with great power, there's great responsibility and equal accountability. Be it a Revant Reddy of the Congress party or any other leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party, we need to understand that this country cannot be an Islamic republic. Me being a Muslim, I'm telling you that. Or it cannot be a Hindu Rashtra or a Christian Rashtra or any Rashtra. Let us understand, we the people of India in the preamble of the constitution say we the people of India believe in a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and this shall remain so. There was a reason when we are in
about we the people. I'm asking a very specific question on Rahul Gandhi. So it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. If you're talking about secular credentials of Rahul Gandhi, whether or not he's going to respond on that, condemn this or not. So far, there's only silence. Thank you very much, Radhika Kheda and Syed Asad Abbas, for joining us on the broadcast.